Rosie Konozewski.
Rosie's crying.
Thanks, Ross. Just before I start, there is one little thing to say. Chris and Fiona celebrated their 29th wedding anniversary on Monday. And on behalf of Sinead, I'd like to congratulate them. And Sinead would like to present them with a card.
Thank you.
Sinead wants you both to know that if Ross and she are as happy as you both are, and I'm sure they will be, she'll have achieved everything she ever set out to. So, Sinead and I met about 28 years ago when we were both bold, ugly and cried a lot. We didn't have a huge amount of choice in being friends then, to be honest, given that our mothers would just throw us together at any given opportunity. So I'd say we were probably only consensual friends from about 1987, when we were about 3 and 4. So Sinead is basically a sister to me, you know, without the whole shared genes thing. That aside, I have to say I am particularly proud of my beautiful little sister today. So you might think it's not all that conventional for a woman to speak at a wedding, but let's be honest, conventional is not really a word we would use to describe Sinead. So Sinead and I got up to all sorts of mischief whilst we were growing up and pulled off a series of great feats. I have to say, I think the greatest of all these feats, there were many, trust me, the greatest is we managed at about the ages of 7 and 8 to convert a rather traditional, serious boys' prep boarding school into a co-ed school, so we could go. So the ratio was about 50 boy boarders to 1 girl boarder at the time. It was fantastic. We were lavished with all the attention and spoils you could ever possibly dream of. And as you can imagine, Sinead and I took full advantage. One instance, sorry, yeah, it was a long time ago, we were very young and immature. Now, one incident that particularly stands out for me, it was the East Anglian Girls' Prep Schools hockey tournament. Now, the first year there actually weren't quite enough girls to compete in this hockey tournament. The second year we turned up. I don't know if any of you have seen the film Cool Runnings, but it's when the Jamaican bobsleigh team compete in the Winter Olympics for the first time. Now, an Orwell Park girls hockey team in 1994 was akin to the Jamaican bobsleigh team at the Winter Olympics. We got a few amused looks from the other girls, and admittedly we got completely hammered in almost every single game, and went home on the bus feeling rather sorry for ourselves. That didn't put us off. The following year we turned up. We probably had perhaps 1 or 2 extra people rather than every girl in the school being in the team. And so the team ranged from girls who just finished learning to walk to girls going through puberty, but that was fine. And this time we actually we won every single game. We didn't concede a single goal, and we won the whole tournament. And Sinead was one of the top goal scorers of the day. Might have been the last sporting achievement either of us ever had, by the way. But Sinead probably hasn't told any of you that. Ross probably doesn't even know that. And that's because Sinead is incredibly modest. You know, she won't tell you lots of things that she's achieved, actually. So, and actually, she'll probably find it more embarrassing for me to tell you about those things. So I'm going to, because the other stuff is by the by. Sinead won the public speaking competition at school. She won't tell you. She also won't tell you that she is a very talented artist and art historian. She's graduated from 3 of the top art institutions in the country with honours, and she also has a master's in fine art from Sotheby's. She won't tell you that. She also won't tell you that she's an amazing singer. And she also won't tell you that the Queen came on her hen do. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, what I haven't told her is that Liz also thought she'd pop in today. You can play, don't be shy, Liz, don't be shy. Hi Liz, we're delighted to have you here. We realise it's your Diamond Jubilee. But if you just stand there quietly, then we'd be grateful. Sorry, she wants to say a few words, sorry.
Hello everybody. I'd like to congratulate the bride and groom. I have to say, I did want my grandson William to marry Sinead, but he's gone and married some tart from Berkshire. However, I have a grandson called Harry. I'm pretty sure he'll marry an Essex girl. But anyway, some of you might expect me to be at the races today, probably giving a speech talking about something like an annus horribilis. I have no idea what that means. Apparently it's Latin or something. But anyway, I'll be here for the rest of the evening, and probably in the same outfit. Certainly with the same expression. So if you do see me later, do come and give it on dance floor. I'll be very grateful. Thank you. Stage the bride, so if you do stand quietly in the corner, we'll be very grateful. Thank you. Now, Sinead has inherited her parents' love of all things Irish, so I shouldn't have been surprised when on Christmas Eve 2006 I had a phone call saying, "Hey, mate, get over here, there's some new Irish people in the village." Alright mate, be there. It was a little bit more serious than usual, so anyway, I turned up on a blustery winter's eve in, well, Christmas Eve, December 2006, to meet the Lee family, and they were absolutely charming, sitting with the booths as if they'd been friends forever. And there were two very charming young men there, one particularly starry-eyed and doting on Sinead. And Sinead seemed more relaxed and happy than she had done in years.
Yeah.
That was more than 5 years ago. And to expand a little to the family, I have to say, the Booths have always been amazing to us, the Konchevskis. When my mother's ever had a hard time, Fiona's always been the first to go over and be there for her. When Chris turned 65 last year, my father stood up and fondly spoke of the time when Chris had gently massaged his genitals. And when my brother Tom, at the age of 12, decided to streak through one of the Booth summer parties in a girl's swimming costume, it was Sinead who lent it to him. Indeed, come to think of it, they've always seemed to love and welcome us and invite us on almost any occasion, which will certainly come as a surprise to those of you who have met my father.
Poor William.
I love you, Dad. Family is incredibly important, but that's the thing about the Booths. They don't just make you feel like a friend, they make you feel like family. And I know everyone in this room will know what I mean when I say that. Yay! Sinead, you are absolutely stunning, and particularly today. And not only have you turned into one of the nicest and most fun people I know, you've also always been there for me. And my life simply wouldn't have been the same without you. So thank you for always being there. And Ross, thank you for making my best friend so incredibly happy. I know everyone says it at weddings because it's kind of a done thing, but you really do make the most wonderful couple. Yeah. And finally, there is one last thing for me to say, is to toast two very important ladies. One, I guess she has been on the throne for 60 years. So Her Majesty the Queen and Mrs. Sinead Booth Lee, who is amazing. So to Her Majesty the Queen and Mrs. Sinead Booth Lee.